Hey everybody, this is Joe. Thank you for watching my Giga Texas construction update video. For today's video, we'll be covering two main areas. The first is we'll be discussing the 2020 shareholders meeting, which will be held at Giga Texas tomorrow, and then we do a night transitioning to day flight around Giga Texas. I'd like to talk about a major milestone for both Giga Texas and for Tesla, the company. Tomorrow, they will be holding the annual shareholders meeting. It'll be in a virtual format, and it's being conducted here at Giga Texas. And here is the information about that virtual shareholders meeting. At the bottom of the screen is the link for more information. It will also be in the video description. So to help set the stage for this discussion, I'd like to look at three key events that are going on for Tesla in the month of October. Here at Giga Texas tomorrow, the 7th of October, will be the annual stockholders meeting. On the 9th of October at Giga Berlin will be the GigaFest, which is a large gathering for the public to see what's going on at Giga Berlin. And then either on the 26th or the 27th, the earnings call for Q3 will be held. But as you can see here, since the October 7th event is at Giga Texas, I think it's likely to assume that they'll use this event to release details about Giga Texas. And then on the 9th of October, since they'll be at Giga Berlin, they may use that opportunity to reveal key details and announcements for Giga Berlin. And I think all the rest of the announcements that Tesla would like to put out will probably be held at the earnings call later in the month. So as you can imagine, there is a lot of different topics or announcements that could be made during the shareholder meeting. We might see a Giga Texas official render or some illustrations. If that's the case, this will be the first time that Tesla has released those to the public. We may see the unveiling of Giga Texas built Model Y, maybe a pre-production. We might see new model timelines for Giga Shanghai. They might also talk about Giga Texas 4680 production or the use of 4680s and or 2170s in the first batch of Model Ys coming out of Giga Texas. Model X refresh updates and maybe production and when it may be going for sale. They may talk about stock splits perhaps. They might talk about Tesla moving the headquarters to Austin, Texas. We've seen several announcements with Austin, Texas listed, so that's fueling a lot of speculation. They may also release some unique specifications for Model Ys built at Giga Texas. They may give us a tour of the production line, a virtual tour at Giga Texas, maybe a factory tour as well. The Cybertruck design may be covered as far as the updates moving from alpha to beta. And then with a lot of the construction that's been going on at Giga Shanghai, perhaps Tesla will use this opportunity to discuss that as well. Another possible subject may be Model Y production start announcement and or the timetables for the production here at Giga Texas. They may also do the same thing for Model Y production start and timelines for Giga Berlin. They may also update the Tesla Design Studio for Model Y purchases with Giga Texas and or Giga Berlin production in mind. And finally, we may see Cybertruck production timelines. They may also give us some updates on semi production, maybe some timelines. Maybe they might discuss about semi production possibly at Giga Texas at some point. So as you can see, even for a non-exhaustive list, there are a lot of topics that Tesla could choose to discuss during this meeting. But I think they're going to try to make it a lot more focused. So to try to get an estimate of what those may be, I took a look at the list and I've culled them down to about 9 most likely. And here are these 9 as you see them on the screen. Next, I thought that they would need to be rank ordered into a most likely to least likely of these 9 topics. So with all that being said, here are the top 4 topics that I believe Tesla will choose to cover during the shareholder meeting tomorrow. And these fall into 2 different groups. One has to do with Giga Texas itself, and the other has to do with the Model Y and its production, probably its timelines as well. Here's my rationale for that. They chose specifically to do this meeting at Giga Texas. I think that they want to highlight the factory itself and show its progress. And I think that they know that Model Y production is essential to get going, and they want to get that information out specifically for Giga Texas. I think that they'll use the meeting and the public event on the 9th at Giga Berlin to talk about Giga Berlin announcements. And I think that they're going to reserve other topics will be on the third quarter earnings call. So there you have it. Those are the topics I think are most likely to be discussed at the shareholder meeting tomorrow. Reminder, it is at Giga Texas. It's a virtual only format. The link is at the bottom of the screen. It'll also be in the video description. So what do you think? Do you think I got this right? Did I pick the right topics? Or do you think that there's something else that they will choose to discuss? I will do a recap on my next video, which will be the 8th of October, and we'll see how close or far off I was. This is exciting times for Tesla. They just came off a record-breaking third quarter. 2 new factories getting ready to come online, and a lot to be discussed for the future. I hope you found this discussion helpful and informative. Before we begin, I would like to say thank you to my patrons for your generous support. Patreon members get access to high-resolution photos, previews, and direct dialogue with me. If you would like to support my channel, please consider becoming a patron using this link, which is also in the video description. Please also consider subscribing and hitting the like button. Thanks. My drones are ready and raring to go. Let's go flying over Giga Texas.